If you have been watching everything unfold in the world and you have been feeling very helpless, like you have lost all hope in humanity, I want to share this message with you. This came to me in my morning meditation, and it is bringing me so much more peace and clarity on how to approach being a human right now. And if this resonates with you, then that is why I'm sharing it. If this does not resonate with you, then just move on to the next video. So, the first part of this message is for generations, we have been so disconnected from ourselves, from our hearts, and from God, source, universe. So, all of those are going to be an important part of how we move through this time in human history. And the first one starts with coming back to your heart, coming back to the truth of who you are, and connecting with yourself, being clear on what your values are and your integrity, and living from that space, standing up for your fellow humans if that's what you feel called to do, speaking up for those who can't, doing whatever you genuinely feel in your heart you want to do, playing whatever role you feel called to. And maybe that is not even getting involved in any of it, and that is okay. The other piece to this that did not come in my meditation, but is my own personal view, is that don't allow people to shame you just because you don't have the same role as them. If they are out there protesting because that is what feels right for them and you don't feel called to that, don't let someone peer pressure you and make you feel like you're not a good human just because you don't feel called to play that same role. Now, going back to the message that I got this morning, it was how when we feel like this, I think an element to it is it feels so big. It was just 222 on my recording when I'm saying this. It feels so big. And if we feel very alone in it, it can feel overwhelming. So, whatever you believe in, God, source, universe, spirit, call in that support from that higher power to support us during this time, to guide you and support you on what feels true for you and how you want to be showing up during this time as well. You have your own unique role and you are here for a reason. So, being able to step into that role and live in a way that feels true for you and show up and support the causes that matter to you is really important. And then calling in that divine support and protection and wanting that peace and love for everyone in the world. The way that we get that is through the way we're going to choose to show up, because this is an opportunity for us to respond in a different way than we have in the past. If you are witnessing something and you feel like being a bystander goes against your values and integrity, then that's an opportunity to stand up and speak up and support your fellow human. If you feel called to go and protest, or if you're just quietly processing all of the energetic chaos that is happening, it's okay to also step away from social media when you need to take care of yourself and your well-being. This isn't about right or wrong. There is no right or wrong way to do life and to approach situations, and people will have opinions about that. But this is about really tuning into what feels true for you and living from your heart. And the last piece that I'll say is, please use your discernment, because there is a lot of information circulating, not being circulated. If you feel strong enough to dive into what's going on, then, obviously feel free, but make sure you're tuning in with yourself and your own intuition to discern between what is real and what is not, and coming from that space, because you will find all the perspectives on every situation out there. So just make sure you're tuning into what feels true for you. And that is all that I have to share on this. I hope this was in some way supportive. And I guess I'll leave by saying that I personally do have hope for humanity, because I have seen, yes, a lot of heartlessness, but I've also seen a lot of unity in my lifetime. And I'm a millennial, so I haven't lived through other events. But what we're moving through right now, I feel like we have what we need to move through this. And if we can come together and find a way to move forward together and stop feeding into the fear and the division, then we can get through this and come out on the other end stronger. So I hope this was supportive, and sending you blessings.